down a couple of anyway. Live and slept the whole night through. It's told about the things you do and don't. You know, the rides on the corner about to train for the turn. Working on the dress when I show up to your door.
So the whole idea is that there's a lot of video and content in general made about the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Coverage of popular trails, touristy areas, and seldom does it seem like people take the time to actually just look a little bit off the beaten path and slow down and just see what's around them. And we decided to do it during a weird time of year. You see, the only time that we could find to make this trip work for us was going to be in late November, after all the leaves have mostly fallen and a lot of the tourists are out of the park, which hopefully gives us a chance to really see a more unique version of the environment around us. So with that said, let me show you where we're going. So here's the route we're going to be taking. We're going to be starting in Tennessee and taking the Newfound Gap Road, which is going to end us in North Carolina. And our final stop is going to be the Oconaluftee River Trail. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's like the most popular trail there is. There's so much stuff hiding in plain sight, and that's what we sought out to go find. There's 33 miles along the Newfound Gap Road. There's lots of stuff that just gets overlooked enough to the point where it's kind of oddly remote. I mean, you might drive by it, but if no more than 0.1 miles off the road has basically never been visited by a soul in 10 years, I don't know. You tell me what that means. So that's what we did. We took our time and we saw what there was to see. Here, let me show you. The first stop on the Newfound Gap Road was this little spot with a babbling brook, which seemed to trace up the mountainside. Since there are shale deposits in the Smoky Mountains, Rachel took some time to look for fossils hidden in the rocks. While she looked, I decided to see how far I could hike up the babbling brook. Eventually, Rachel decided to join me, and together we decided to see how far up we could go.
Oh, look! So, like, when I researched it, I don't know if this is just, like, erosion, but I read that, like, ones with the little holes in it are, like, old, like, ancient coral.
And while you might not see him on camera all the time, our dog Murphy's accompanying us through the Newfound Gap Road, and he'll be with us at the final trail as well. Along the side of the road was this beautiful natural path which appeared to descend all the way to the forest floor. Murphy, wait. What surprised me the most was how much green there was still in the forest. Between the mossy covered rocks and the abundance of leftover foliage from seasons past, I almost entirely forgot that we were visiting this park in late November. We continued down till we couldn't go any further, which unfortunately came much faster than I had hoped. The descent became very sharp, and we knew if we'd continue, we were signing up for a very difficult time getting back up. Murphy, stop it! It's always eating things. Come on, let's go. But even as we turned around, you could hear the distant sounds of a stream, which must have just been a little too far out for us to see. Okay. At the top. Our final stop on the Newfound Gap was easily my favorite. Not too far off the road was a large brook that seemed to continue on forever. We walked along the brook for a little while, stopping here and there to capture the beauty of this place, but also just to sit and take it in for ourselves. It felt like we could have stayed hours, and it would have only felt like a few brief minutes. But soon enough, it was time to get back on the road and to arrive at our final destination, the Oconaluftee River Trail. Alright, and we're off. The trail starts with this big open field that fills with elk from time to time. As luck would have it, when we arrived, there was a harem in the field. They're right there. Admittedly, having our dog with us for this part was a little nerve-wracking, as we didn't know exactly how he was going to react. Lucky for us, Murphy's a pretty good boy and didn't really pay much attention to the elk at all. Across from the field lie the river, where we saw a mother and her calf drinking some water. Yeah, it's mine, baby. It was so cool to get the chance to see this up close and personal. The rest of the trail was beautiful. We walked along the riverside and just enjoyed the views. Tomorrow is promised to no one, and yet the world around us is designed to make sure we don't notice that. It's only when we decide to prioritize our own experiences over our material means that this painful prison starts to become apparent. You realize that being able to create memories isn't always up to you. So when life does allow you to have these beautiful moments, no matter how many or how few, don't waste them worrying about the world outside of the forest. Just stay here and enjoy it for a little while. For as long as you can. Well, that's the video. Thanks so much for watching. If you care to subscribe, please do. If not, I'll try to get you on the next video. I promise I'm going to make more content. If you do care to follow along, it's going to be a little while before the next video, as I'm trying to make these a little bit longer format. But at the very least, I hope that you found this a little bit fun to watch. You learned a few things, and you're excited for your own trip to the Smoky Mountains. There's a lot to offer here. One last little tip. If you can, try to get yourself a cabin that's a little bit more remote. There's lots that are not too far from the city of Gatlinburg, right down the road, and that gives you lots of options for feeling a little bit more remote, but also having access to everything you need. Thanks again for watching, and have a good one.